OPC urges Tinubu to reverse fuel price. These people come late to the party, the news in detail. The Oduduwa People Congress, OPC, a Yoruba socio-cultural group, has urged President Bola Tinubu to urgently announce the reversal of the fuel pump price. This group noted this as part of the measures to assure Nigerians that are planning to go on hunger protests from August 1st to August 10th. The OPC President Otumba Afolabi, in a statement on Tuesday, further charged the government on increased electricity tariff and the need for a reduction of food items as good as gestures from his government. Afolabi emphasized the need for President Tinubu to immediately issue an executive order opening up for the country's borders and the southwest and south-south in order for rapid inflow and lower prices of food. The OPC president encouraged the government to concentrate efforts on getting the nation's refineries to produce domestic fuel in order to solve the problem of inadequate and expensive petroleum products. He questioned the government's inability to maintain the refineries, stating, if one man, Aliko Dangote, can build a refinery in less than 10 years, how can ordinary or 4 full-fledged and functional refineries become an impossible task since 1999 when civilians took over power? What is the mystery? The government must identify, expose and apprehend cabals and all enemies making life unduly difficult for commoners in Nigeria. This nation belongs to all of us and Nigerians must be able to enjoy their common wealth. He also called for a reduction in the cost of governance. A situation where citizens are urged to tighten their belts, but politicians are living larger than life on public funds can only bring discontent and rebellion. The government must cut the cost of governance. They must cut the cost of governance. These are the austral times and the leader must also adopt austerity measures. The socio-cultural group also asked the police to prevent the demonstration from being hijacked by hoodlums who could use the protest for looting and mayhem. He said, and I quote, Nigerian leaders and protest organizers must not toe the line of Kenya, where demonstrators degenerated into a bloodbath with loss of lives and wanton destruction of property. Protesters and government have lost control in Kenya. We cannot afford to go that way. We have no other country but Nigeria, and we cannot allow a civil protest to spiral out of control. We call for dialogue between government and leaders of the August protests, plan to highlight economic hardship Nigerians currently suffer in the face of reforms by the regime of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, while calling for the immediate reversal of increased electricity tariff and reduction of food and fuel price as a goodwill gesture. A hungry man is an angry man. The government must crush the price of food, electricity, and for fuel for peace to reign and for people to know that the government cares about their welfare. Imagine. Telling them to reverse, they cannot reverse fuel subsidy, but they can repair the refineries. That is my own. I have never been against the removal of the subsidy. My own is yes. You can repair refineries, but you cannot say, oh, you want to return subsidy. It's not ideal. Well said. God bless your organization for saying the truth that a number of organizations know, but are willing to say because they're profiting from the hardship imposed on traumatized, oppressed, frustrated and helpless masses. The reasonable reason given for the hasty and rash decision of removal of petroleum subsidies was that some cabals are profiting illegally from the subsidy regime. Are these cabals untouchable that a sincere government cannot identify, expose and penalize them? My dear, I wonder. I wish we have more people like you who can tell the truth to the government. With the comments on social media, no one can easily deduce that Nigerians are sensible. Reversing the fuel price is a mirage. Well, kinda, but it can be done. God will send him away from that city if he doesn't respect the stance of his people. Stoppage of history in the schools is unfair. There must be check and balance for anyone in government, and obas are thrown by middlemen. Avenue to meet governors, even one day, quarterly, for public addresses must be put in place. I agree with the point raised in this post. The removal of all subsidy was hastily rushed by the government without looking at the consequences and effect on the people. Though the previous Buhari government had removed it from the budget. The government should now be planning on how to solve these economic problems. Cost of living, food items on the high side. There's also no need to cut or reduce cost of governance. May Almighty God help Nigeria. Amen. Okay. Tinubu must go. Tinubu must not go, rather, until we Yoruba separate from these scam politicians and deceiver cabals country called Iya Nigeria and do the needful. The fundamental problems are the 1999 constitution is a scam, abandonment of our refineries, the blocker of border, the Fulani herdsmen and their various atrocities to farmers and their farms, rubbishing dignitaries for another amalgamation. I beg we would never open any border or reverse the full price. They don't respect our feelings and suffering. Yes, just bring down the price of fuel only and see how Nigerians will jubilate, and prices of goods and services that even rent will crash. Alright, yes, just bring down the price of fuel only and see. Okay, I think I've said that before. OPC, please wise up as a Congress. What have you done to help your environment? Nothing. Even when killers Fulanis are attacking farmers in Southwest, you are nowhere to be found. Kudos to Ametekun that helps to ensure. Alright, my brother, please don't be quick to counter the advice of the OPC group. Please can you pick up your calculator minus 164 price during Buhari time from the current price of 850. What you get is about 700 naira difference. Please, my dear brother, the question is how many citizens can afford that difference of 700 naira per liter? Please, let's be considerate as the truth and reality of this is very hard and very harsh as the economy is making life unbearable. Let us live or think twice. Okay. Some people make comments without putting them into consideration. The genesis of the problem with all the loan President Buhari collected with our February interest, where will Tinubu get the money to pay for fuel subsidy? And why do most Nigerians keep quiet when those useless loans they finally end up stealing was taken? After paying all the interest, not to talk of paying pocket subsidy, paying subsidy that will mostly end up in oil mafia's pockets, my dear. So I've said my own bit. Reversing that thing is not going to happen. They should come out and do a very capital intensive project, which is building refinery, repairing them and building more. If they put their mind to it, they're going to be able to achieve it. First of all, we use the ones we have, we repair it, and we stop importation of fuel, and we resume fully exportation of fuel as sellers of crude. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.